We are live. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? I hope y'all doing good today. Want to personally welcome you guys to the Beast Pod, where we talk all things youth football, coaching, strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered. And I am your host. If you didn't know, I'm Coach Beast, guys. Welcome, 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 man. How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today, man? Really pumped about the show. What's up, Coach Jerry? I want to also, if you're new to the show, do me a solid. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat on the Beast Pod, man. Also want to give a big shout out to my TikTok family over here and also my Facebook fam who is tuning in along with the YouTube fam. So Beast Nation, sound off in the comments. Sound off in the comments, man. How are y'all doing? I see y'all. Coach Willis, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Man, this is going to be an amazing show. We're going to talk about how to build a youth football program. Most importantly, we're going to talk about the 4 type of youth football coaches. And we're going to have a little fun today. You're going to learn, you're going to discover who you are as a youth football coach. I'm going to identify the 4 different type of coaches, and I want to know the type of coach you are. All right, based on these identifying factors that we're going to talk about. Okay, guys. So if y'all ready to get the show started, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah. Also, we got a goal today. If we get 50 likes, on the show today, I'm giving away a free copy of the Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system. Really pumped and excited about that. We came up short like by, I want to say like 8 likes last show. So I want us to crush it this show. If we get 50 likes on the YouTube side, all right, I'm going to give away a free copy of the Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system, the hottest thing out there right now, guys. All right, really pumped. Let me see them hell yes. Let's see. We got some hell yes. What's up, Coach? What's up? We got Coach Matt in the house. We got Coach DJ in the house. Shout out to you. So we're going to go to our favorite part of the show, which is called Rep Your Squad, okay? This is my favorite part of the show. So all I need you to do, let me know what city and state you're in, and let me know what team you're coaching this year so I can show your squad some love. Let's get it. This is my way of giving back to you guys because you give me your time. You give me your energy. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the love, guys, that you show. Let me see here. We got Making Moves in the house. Shout out to him in the Paris Wildcats. Shout out to you, Coach. Let me scroll up because I had a few other coaches before the show even started already put things down. Shout out to Coach Willis. Shout out to him in his North Carolina Bears. Shout out to you. I love that name, by the way. We got Tyler, Coach Miller in the house from, let's see, I don't even want to say that right. Moreton, Pennsylvania. Shout out to you and your Mifflin Broncos squad. Shout out to you, Coach, man. Welcome to the show. We got Coach Gunn in the house from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to you, Coach, man. Welcome to the show. Shout out to him and his 10U Rams team. Again, guys, welcome to the show. Do me a solid, hit that like button, guys. If you're new to the show, if you're not new to the show, hit that like button. That's going to let other coaches know we are now live. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to Coach Matt in the house from Martin, Tennessee, right up the street from me. Shout out to him and his 6th grade squad. We got Coach DJ in the house. Shout out to him. Let's see. And his Wildcat 6U squad from South Carolina. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you. Let's see who else we got here. We got Coach Tillman in the house representing the Manitou Springs Mustangs. I hope I said that right. I don't want to butcher your team, Coach, but shout out to you, man. Welcome to the show. We got Coach Gilbert in the house from Bakersfield, California. Shout out to his 8U Cardinal squad. We got Coach T in the house. What's up, Coach T? Shout out to you and your Elk River team. 10U squad. Shout out to you. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Let's go over here to TikTok. Shout out to Coach Henson. Let's see, his squad is from Cabot, Arkansas. Shout out to you and your squad, Coach. J&H4, do you have any tips to get better at O-line and D-line? I sure do, Coach. We're going to have a Q&A segment a little later on, Coach, in the show. So definitely hold that question. I'd be more than happy to answer it. Shout out to Blaze and his Cape Elite Vikings 9U squad, a.k.a. Coach TJ. What's up, Coach? Welcome to the show. Guys, man, appreciate y'all for coming in, man, rocking with your guy. We got 27 views on the show right now. 27 views. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Hit like. I want it. And when you hit like button, I want you to put in the comments, like. Put the word like, L-I-K-E. Put like in the comments. As soon as you hit that like button, I want to see likes in the comments. And we're going to get this party started, guys. Let's get it. And how y'all like the new theme, the new color scheme, guys? How y'all like that? How y'all like that? Appreciate you, Coach Bubba, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Blaze. Thank you, man, for the like. Appreciate you. Coach DJ, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for the like. Coach Sean, appreciate you. Thank you for the likes, man. Coach Wilson, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the likes. Coach T, thank you, man, for the likes. Ohio Christ, yeet. What's up, brother? Thank you for the yeet, brother. Coach Willis, appreciate you, brother. Coach Miller, thank you for the like. Appreciate y'all guys. So we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road. And guys, before we do, we're going to pay a few bills real quick. Tonight's episode is sponsored by the Beast Playbook Store. If you're a youth football coach who's tired of guessing and want proven playbooks and systems that actually work, the Beast Playbook Store has you covered. These are field-tested systems, offense, defense, and complete programs tools built to simplify your job and help you win. Let's go. And of course, most of you guys already know the Beast Playbook Store is my store. Most of you guys have already purchased different playbooks, things of that nature, guys. We got new playbooks in the store. We got the Beast double wing offense. Of course, we got the popular diamond formation. We got the Beast wing T plus gun T system, which has been selling like hotcakes. I call it power and speed. That playbook is amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Of course, we got the 4-4 Reaper defense, but we got the 2.0. We got the 6-2 Savage defense 2.0, 4-2-5 2.0. 5-3 Juggernaut defense. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the playbooks, you can scan the QR code after the show, or you can go to the description area, guys, to check out the playbooks and get yourself one so you can level up to the championship level, guys. So, guys, I'm so pumped about the show, guys. I'm so excited because I want to help you guys win this season, but I want to also help you guys build a dominant, high-value youth football program. How many of you guys in the comments, give me a thumbs up emoji, right? Give me a thumbs up emoji if you want to have a high-value youth football program this season. Let me know in the comments if you want a high-value youth football program this season. And for you guys who don't know what a high-value youth football program is, simply put, it's a program that's built on building life skills in your kids and making an impact in the community and preparing your kids for the next level. Okay, guys, preparing your kids for the next level, not just as football players, but as people, right? So we focus on character development, leadership, right? Discipline, professionalism, the whole works, the life skills that will make them not only phenomenal athletes, but phenomenal people, phenomenal student athletes. So it's my goal to help you guys get there. All right. But before we get there, guys, it's so important for you to understand the type of coach you are. All right. So there are 4 types of coaches, guys. And, there's caveats for, it may be more than 4, but in my 15 years of coaching experience, there's 4 buckets, one of 4 buckets, or maybe 2 buckets you fall into as a youth football coach. The first bucket is the microwave coach. All right. The microwave coach, and we're going to get into it. Number 2 is the stovetop coach. All right. Number 3 is the oven bake coach. And number 4 is the crock-pot coach. All right, guys. So I'm going to break down the 4 different type of coaches, right? And then at the end, I want to know what type of coach are you? And let me know in the comments, just based off of what I'm saying. And shout out to you, Coach Jason. I see you. That's funny. Just based off of what I said, the microwave coach, stovetop coach, oven bake coach, crock-pot coach, without you even knowing the definition, which coach do you think you are? Let me know in the comments, guys. Which coach do you think you are, just without me even giving the definition of what it is? And I had a previous show, guys, where I kind of talked about it, and I kind of laid out the general definitions, but we're going to deep dive a little bit into it. Coach Tyler says stovetop or crock-pot coach, I presume. Interesting. Coach Frank says crock-pot coach. Interesting. Okay. Coach Matt says oven baked. Oh, I already like the diversity. Let's see here. Coach T says crock-pot. Nice. Let's see. Royal says crock-pot. Coach Wilson says stovetop coach. Let me cook. Oh, man, this is good. Coach Sean says oven baked. Let's see. What y'all saying over here on TikTok? What y'all got over here on TikTok? One coach says a Madden coach. Hey, guys, if you're watching on TikTok and you're interested in the playbooks, just go to my link in the description. If you go to my link in the description, that'll take you directly to my playbook store. Great question, Coach. Thanks for mentioning that. Appreciate you for mentioning that. Coach Andrew, will you call my mom and tell her happy birthday? Hey, dude, if I was tech savvy, I would pull her up and wish her a happy birthday. Give me your mom name. I want to give her a happy birthday so you can show her the replay and let her know we gave her a big happy birthday. Give me her name. All right, let's see here. Dirty Gun says oven bake or stovetop, microwave. Okay, got you. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So let's start with defining who is the microwave coach. Who in the world, right, is the microwave coach? And let me kind of get this screen where I can see this. All right. Everybody can see this? Are we good? So guys, the microwave coach is the one, and listen, when I define these guys, I don't want to don't take it personal, okay? Because I'm not trying to be critical of you if you fall in this category, nor am I trying to shame you. What I want to do is help you identify where you are on this spectrum and where you need to be or where you should be. Okay, guys? So I wanted to get that out there. So number 1 is the microwave coach, okay? Now, the microwave coach is the coach that I say is really good at recruiting. And I'm just going to kind of read some of these points verbatim, okay? The microwave coach is assessed with instant gratification, okay? He got a win now mentality. Y'all got me? He's really good at recruiting talent. And that's the thing about this coach. He's really good at recruiting top-tier talent, but he rather have the talent opposed to just development. He doesn't value development quite as much per se, okay? Usually this coach don't really focus on culture that much because he does have a win mentality. Usually these coaches are very, competitive and they want to win. They want to win now. Now I'm going to get into the pros and cons of this. Some of the pros, and this is the thing. When I mention these, type of coaches, everybody kind of put it in a bad bucket. But the truth is, when you start coaching youth football, you're either going to be a microwave coach or a stovetop coach at the beginning. And you see what I'm talking about when I get into the stovetop coach, okay? But the pros of a microwave coach is you can produce a winning season pretty fast, because if you out-recruit people in your league and you got the top-tier talent, chances are you're going to whoop a lot of tail just off of the sheer talent you have, There's a lot of excitement because people love to win, right? It's a lot of excitement in your program. Just because you're winning, you attract a lot of talent, and you attract it fast. And you're able to recruit and say, hey, you come over here, we're poised for a championship, And the pro is you look very successful on social media, very flashy, How many of you guys know coaches like that or programs like that? How many of you guys know programs like that with the microwave coach? And again, guys, some of y'all may be listening to the show right now. And you're like, damn, I'm a microwave coach. Crap. Listen, like I said, I'm not judging. Okay. So those are the pros, but what are the cons, right? Well, the success is very shallow. Coach Miller said, Coach Prime. Oh man, that is hilarious. Y'all think Coach Prime is a microwave coach? Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments. Is he a microwave coach? So some of the cons is, again, success is shallow, guys. The food is cold in the middle. The food, have y'all ever got a Hot Pocket or a burrito, from the convenience store or the grocery store, and then you threw it in the microwave and it was hot on the outside and you thought, man, you were ready to eat it, and then you bit into it and it was still frozen on the inside. Like that's how a microwave program is, right? You got, and this is the big thing, you got high player turnover and staff turnover. Usually it's a lot of drama in these programs. Yeah, you're gonna win, but that's it. It's no culture. Nobody really cares. It's very transactional. Y'all got me, and this is a good one. One loss usually causes the program to absolutely explode, guys. These are facts. These are big facts, right? Literally one loss and the parents start to turn on you. The coaches start to turn on you. Now it's just total chaos and total freaking drama. Y'all got me on that. And then there's zero loyalty. I just hit on that, right? Usually, I don't care if you win the championship. Usually these programs dissolve after a year or two. I see it like down here when I was coaching in our league, you had teams that win the championship and they absolutely dissolved the next year. You see the team, they beat everybody's tail, now they're gone. They're not in the league no longer than a year or two. And sometimes you get a coach who got a son playing and he'll coach his son until his son ages out. And once his son ages out, that's when he coaches out. He's done. Okay. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's just what happens. It's just what happens. It's the truth. All right, guys. So the next coach we got is the stovetop coach. The stovetop coach. So what separates the stovetop coach from the microwave coach? And I'm telling you guys, I'm cooking, guys. I'm absolutely cooking. I'm going to cook on this show tonight. Make sure, guys, if you're new to the show, hit that like button. Do me a solid, hit that like button again. If we hit 50 likes, guys, we hit 50 likes tonight, I'm giving away a free copy of the Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system to a lucky coach. But we got to get to 50 if we're going to do that. Okay, guys? And let me know that you hit that like button by putting like in the comments, guys. All right? So the stovetop coach, guys, he leans very heavily very heavily on 1 to 3 star players, guys. And I'm gonna say this: he's probably the most common coach. Like, you may be this coach or have been this coach. Like this coach leans on, the best player on the team. If he got another talented player, he'll lean on those two. But usually he's leaning on his top 1, 2, or 3 guys: quarterback, running back, and maybe, he may have a wide receiver or another running back that's really good. Okay. But here's the key, though. Here's the key. Literally everybody else is like supporting cast. And this is kind of becomes the problem. Like, there's not really focus on development, particularly with the mid-tier or the bottom-tier kids, man. And therein lies the problem. This is where a lot of parents get upset with this type of coach. This is where the daddy ball conversation comes up with the microwave coach and stovetop coach. Is that it's like, oh, so this coach is going to only play his son at quarterback or at running back? And my son, is a skill guy, but he's not getting any reps, or, you got the offensive line who can't really block well whatsoever. And this coach lives and dies. He literally lives and dies off of his star players. So let me know in the comments. Are you a stovetop coach? Again, no judgment. No judgment whatsoever, guys. I want to know if you are a stovetop coach or have been a stovetop coach. My first year of coaching, guys, I would say I was a stovetop coach. My first year when I was 20 years old and I coached my first youth football team, I was a stovetop coach. And mainly I was a stovetop coach because I had to be. We had 13 players and I had three really good guys. But everybody else was first timers. And when you only got 13 kids, you got to be very creative. And so, the big thing with me, I've always been a player developer. So, I focused on blocking with that team. That's why we went 6-2. We made it to the championship with 13 players. We lost to a team that had about 30 kids. We felt like the 300, that movie 300 guys. We felt like the Spartans against Xerxes' army, but we was a really well-coached team because I did make sure we was a complete team because that was the only way we was going to win as a complete team. But in terms of the skill guys, I had to put a focus on really 3 guys, and I had other players who would have been good skill guys too, but we didn't have enough players. We only had 13. You know what I mean? So, I had to be that stovetop coach. But there are pros to being a stovetop coach. You dominate weaker teams, with pure athleticism. Sometimes, I say this sometimes, when you got a stovetop team, usually you're able to beat teams with less talent, or their stovetop as well, but their skill guys may not be as talented as yours. Also, their blocking may suck worse than yours. I'm gonna be honest. Your blocking and your defensive line play, their blocking and defensive line play may actually suck more than yours. That's usually how that works. But then when you play against a juggernaut team, a more complete team, that's when usually, you get exposed and kind of get your tail whipped a little bit, okay? Another pro, though, guys, is simple game plans. You can win a lot of games with simple game plans. This is kind of why a lot of my playbooks I got, guys, like the wing T, the Maryland I formation, I even got the air raid playbook. These are simple formations, the single back offense. I got these formations, guys, in the playbook store like $37. You know why? Because a lot of you guys got stovetop teams and you need simple systems, right? So simple game plans work best for stovetop teams because you may have, lesser talent where you need to focus more on development, and you need a simple system that your kids can grasp, simple systems where you can install and you can win games, right? And this another thing, with stovetop teams, it can be very fun when you see, your teams having, these explosive plays with your skill guys. That is fun. It's absolutely fun when it happens. All right. The downside is on the flip side, it's not fun when, you guys get your tail whipped because you kind of live and die for those skill guys. Right. And then, Stovetop team, and this is a good one. A Stovetop team, you can master your coaching ability if you got good skill guys, but usually you get exposed as a coach when you play against a more complete team. And again, there's kind of in lies the problem, guys, with the Stovetop team. You're kind of capped as to how far you're going to go in the season. You're going to win some games. You should win some games, but you may not go deep into your playoff. You may not make it to the championship. That's usually what happens. All right, guys. And this is another big one. You usually one big injury away from going from average to mediocre or below average. Again, you live and dying off of your top 1, 2, or 3 guys. If your best running back get hurt or your quarterback gets hurt, you in trouble. And that's kind of a big identifier if you are Stovetop team. All right. The next coach we got. And again, guys, if y'all new, before I go to the next coach, if y'all new, man, welcome to the show. Do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if y'all getting value from the show and you're new to the show, man. All right. Also, TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok or Facebook, man, appreciate y'all. If y'all want to be a part of the giveaway, actually, Facebook, you're good. I can see your comments on this end. But TikTok, if you want to be a part of the show and qualify for the free wing tee plus gun tee system, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube side of the show. Just look up Coach Beast, join us there, because I don't want you to miss out on the playbook giveaway if we hit these 50 likes. Guys, if we hit 50 likes, I'm giving this playbook away. I really want to give it away today, man. We missed it just by a few likes last time. And I don't want to go there. All right, guys. Next is the oven bake coach. All right, guys. And I always premise by saying this is kind of me, okay? I'm kind of a hybrid between the oven bake coach and the Crock-Pot coach. And I think I'm more of the Crock-Pot coach now than the oven bake coach. But I was probably the oven bake coach. See, I coached 15 years. And I say I was the oven bake coach from year 5 up until about year maybe 11. Year 5 to 10 or 5 to 11, right? So the oven bake coach, this is what makes him great. He's program focused. He or she is program focused. They're focused on development. And this is a big one. They're focused on development, player development, program development. Okay. Their focus is not just developing their top 2, 3 players, right? They're focusing on developing everybody, their offensive line, defensive line, running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, secondary, you name it. Right. And this is what makes it great. And this is, y'all know what I preach about all the time, right? You want to have the best blocking team and the best tackling team in your league. It starts with being oven baked. If you don't take pride in teaching blocking, you're going to be in trouble. If you don't prioritize blocking and tackling with your team, you're going to be in trouble. I can just about tell you how far you're going to go this season if you don't prioritize blocking and tackling. Listen, you may be a coach who either don't like teaching kids how to block or don't know how, which is cool, right? But you need to get somebody who know how and take pride in it, because I'm telling you, you win games in the trenches. The way your offensive line performs on offense and the way your defensive line performs on defense is going to set the tone for everything else you do, and including how far you go this season. Y'all got me? So it's so important and critical to focus on blocking and tackling. Okay. Now, here's another big benefit of an oven-baked coach. An oven-baked coach is willing to wait 2 or 3 years to win a championship or build a championship caliber team, because usually a lot of the kids he get are new kids or kids who didn't get a lot of development. So he spends a lot of time developing these kids holistically. Okay. because he's more invested in building a rock solid program, a rock solid foundation, particularly, with his players and with the program and with the culture as a whole. Okay. Usually, this type of coach got high player retention. You able to keep a lot of your players, 70 to 80% of your players. You're going to always have turnover guys. Okay. Period. Okay. You're always going to have kids leaving. Okay. But usually these programs are, able to keep 70, 80, 90% of their kids. All right. And they also are able to build depth over time. Now, y'all just heard me share a quick story of when I first started coaching, I only had 13 kids, 20 years old, right? By the time I got to year 5, 6, 7, that 13 goes up to 18, 20, 25, 24, so on and so forth. Some of you guys got big squads. Let me know in the comments, how many kids y'all had on roster last year if you coached. If you coached, how many players you had on roster? Some of y'all got 30, 40 players, 45 players, which that creates a whole nother set of problems that we'll talk about on another show. But usually oven baked teams begin to have a big roster. Okay. Over time, though, it's not right then and there, right? And then, the culture, and this is something I love and I take pride in. The culture of oven baked program is legit. You're truly like a family. You're truly like a family, not just a cliche. You know how some people say we're a family, and usually that's a red flag that is toxic. You with the oven baked program, when you are in that environment, it definitely feels like a family. People actually enjoy being around each other, and they want to be around each other. Really important. All right. Then you got the cons. And appreciate you, Coach Zane, man. Appreciate you, brother. Then you got the cons. All right. And this is what, you won't hear this kind of stuff anywhere on the internet, by the way. Y'all know this. Y'all won't hear this kind of stuff on the internet. This is like the gospel. This is like the youth football coach's gospel. Y'all got me? I'm just going to preach and cook this thing up for you guys. So the cons of an oven baked coach is it does require patience, because you're going to run into a lot of people who don't align with the value. You are going to run into a lot of people who just want to win. And a lot of those people end up leaving your program, going to a microwave program or stovetop program, which is okay. Okay, let them go, right? But it requires a lot of patience, because you have to deal with people not aligning with your vision, people who, especially in 2026, where we are right now culture, a right now society, people want it right now. And everybody think their son is the next NFL prodigy, right? And he's a third grader, still trying to learn how to read and tie his freaking shoes, but they think their son is going to be the next Derrick Henry or Patrick Mahomes. That's just the society we're living in. So the thing you're going to end up dealing with as an oven baked coach is, you're going to deal with people who not align with you. And that's players, parents, and coaches on your staff. All right. And this another thing, you risk losing your star player or one of your best players to a microwave coach or a microwave program, because the microwave coach is going to preach, oh man, you're going to start on my team. You're going to start. Oh man, you're going to be my starting quarterback. You're going to be my starting running back. It's a lot of freaking promises, that are made by the microwave coaches that will pull the kid or the parent from your program. Why? Because instant gratification. When they come to your program may not be sexy on the front end, right? It may not be that sexy. The season may start and you may, you got a new team and you may lose 28-0 and it's not sexy, right? But a lot of people not process oriented. They just want to see the results and not the process, right? Another con is early seasons can be rough while, the culture is building. And this is something that I always tell you guys about, is that usually if you are a oven bake coach, you are a program builder, you're a strategic coach. And usually year one, year two is kind of turbulent, okay, especially year one, because you get a lot of people, they're excited about the new program, but you get a lot of people who not align with your coaching philosophy or the values and culture of your program. So you're going to get people who are going to try to test you, who are going to, basically try to, you know, lean in on the fact that the program not what they want it to be. But it's not about what they want it to be. You're the head coach, you're the culture builder. You set the foundation, you set the tone. And then year one, I always say it's the filtering year, meaning you're gonna filter out people who belong in your program and those who don't. All right. It happens like that 99% of the time. Okay. Year two, it gets better, but you're still going to filter out a few more people. By the time you get to year three, it's going to look more like a dream year for you because you got more people who are aligned with you. They love you. They support you. They are ride or die with you, and that's the beauty. That's why I love being an oven bake coach, because you see the process, guys, of how everything works, man. I know I am cooking, man. Oh my goodness. Guys, if y'all haven't hit that like button, do me a solid, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Again, thank you guys for being in here rocking with me on the show, guys. Again, we hit 50 likes. We're giving away a playbook, guys, the Beast Wing T plus Gun T system. But I'm only giving it away if we hit that 50 likes, guys. So do me a solid if you're new to the show. Hit that like button. We got 30 people on the YouTube side, guys. So let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I see 22 likes, 22. Miss B says 18 so far. I think she's looking at it on the YouTube side. I see 22 likes, guys. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Appreciate you, Coach Pittman. He said, love this platform, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Coach Hector says, hey, man, I'm in the filtering stage. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm telling you, that filtering stage can be frustrating. It cannot be fun. But I'm telling you, it's so beautiful, because at the end of the season, when you go through this filtering phase, you learn out, you learn about, who's ride or die with you. You learn about who cares about you and cares about, and they see the vision of what you're doing. That's the beautiful thing. Then year two, you see them ride or die. And usually these parents end up being your coaches, your team moms, whatever. Right? What's up? What's up, Coach? Mid Ohio Valley Outlaw. Shout out to you, Coach, man. I'm doing good, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And listen, guys, I see some of you guys, y'all have questions, especially on TikTok. I'm going to answer y'all questions after I run through these coaches. We're going to go with a live Q&A segment, and I'm going to be there with I'm going to be here to answer your questions. Now, just hang tight. We're going to go to that segment probably in the next 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, guys? So really appreciate you. Cool. Shout out to you, Coach Frank. Yeah, guys, let's get these likes up. Let's get the likes up, guys. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. So let's talk about the last con of the oven bake coach before we move to the Crock-Pot coach. The other con is the administration or the board members might pressure you to win now. And again, this is why I absolutely hate boards in youth football. I hate board of directors and stuff, because you get 5 to 10 people on the board, let's say, and everybody got their own vision about what they want this program to be. Everybody got their own agenda. And, I always share the story of this coach we was going against in our travel league. And one of the parents on his board was strong-arming him, trying to get him to be into what she wanted. And it was embarrassing to see, this lady just basically emasculate this guy. And I had to stand up for the coach that we was playing against. I had to stand up for the guy. Me and my other coaches and Miss Beast. Like, it was just ridiculous to see this lady. She's basically a Karen, She was over here literally embarrassing this guy. And you can see this guy's eyes, and he just looked like he looked like a sad puppy. He really did. So, just understand when you got a program where you're working on the process and you building, you know, especially if you got a board, you may have people who try to pressure you. Don't let them pressure you. You be the coach, you be the visionary. You be the visionary. Miss B says, yes, it was so disgusting to see this happen to that coach. She was in there. She was in that office area. It was probably about 10 of us. I think it was like 3 of my guys and 7 of their people. And nobody spoke up for this guy. And I felt bad because I'm a straight shooter. I don't like nobody being disrespected or put down. And I stood up to the guy. And that lady didn't speak to me no more the rest of the season. She just walked by me. And I don't care. I'll stand up for anybody. Right is wrong is wrong, right? Shout out to you, Alex, man. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? All right, guys. Next, we're going to go to the Crock-Pot coach. And, man, that Crock-Pot coach sure is handsome up here on the screen. That Crock-Pot coach is handsome. Look at him. Got Coach Beast on the vest. Goodness. Just beautiful. Again, guys, with me, I consider myself more of a Crock-Pot coach now just because I coached for so long, right? I mean, I did it for 15 years, guys. I stopped coaching a few years ago to focus full time on what I'm doing now, guys, which is helping you guys. I'm coaching you guys. I create content. We got the playbooks, we got the systems, and I got the mentorship program where I help you guys, right? That's what I do full time now. But before I stopped coaching youth football, I would say I was the Crock-Pot coach. All right, probably 60, 40, 70, 30 Crock-Pot, 70% Crock-Pot, 30% oven bake. And the thing about the Crock-Pot coach is you focus on long-term development, player development, and program development. You're in it for the long run because you're trying to make a difference in that community, city, neighborhood. Okay, you're very mission oriented. You got me. Very mission oriented. And your goal is not to win a championship year one per se. Like, even if that's your goal, don't get me wrong. Look, let me say this. I want to make myself clear because I always get coaches say, oh, you ain't about winning. Winning is important. Dude, winning is vital. Like, I'm a winner in my personal life and professional life. I value winning. But you know what I value more than winning? I value the process that gets you there. And if you talk to any successful person or any winner, you understand that the process is what keeps you successful. It would not only help you win, because you can win and still be a loser, right? I mean, a broke clock is right twice a day. Is that the saying? Or once a day, twice a day? Y'all know the saying. But to be a winner, meaning that you got sustained success winning, right? You need to be process oriented. So I focus on processes in my life, systems in my life. Same thing as a coach. I focus on systems and processes. Okay, guys? So the Crock-Pot coach may stay in the community, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years even, Now, there are some Crock-Pot coaches who stay just, 3-4 years, which is fine. You still can be a Crock-Pot coach being there 3-4 years, but you probably more of an oven bake coach by that time. A Crock-Pot coach usually stay coaching 5, 10, 15, 20 years in maybe one area, one city, one community. Okay. And also, this coach is usually well known in the community. People know who you are. They know your program really well because you've just been rooted for a while. Now, this is the big X factor of the Crock-Pot coach. These coaches are so good at developing good players, good people. That's what I love. What's the coach who won the college football championship? Coach Cincinnati? Coach Cincinnati, he is a Crock-Pot coach. A lot of people going to criticize him with how he did it. His players old, all of that. They come from JMU or whatever. That's a textbook Crock-Pot coach. Textbook. He developed players at a lower division. The vast majority followed him over, and they whooped tail from all of these freaking 5-star teams, right? From all these teams that have 5 stars that keeps transferring to other programs every year, you know, whatever, looking for money, whatever, to each their own on that, to each their own. But he did it the Crock-Pot way. He did it the Crock-Pot way. He was developing them players for years. He got a new job, Indiana, and guess what? They transferred over. And like Miss Beach just said, they whooped that trick. They whooped everybody, 16-0. That's usually what happens when you are a Crock-Pot coach, guys, okay? Your team plays as a team. Nobody knew who them kids were until, you know, this year, for the most part. Now, of course, the quarterback was a little known coming from Cal, but I mean, I was looking at the running backs, Black. I was like, who is Black? This dude is awesome as a running back, right? So a lot of your teams, as a Crock-Pot team, everybody does their job. It's almost like if nobody got a name. Nobody got a name. Everybody focuses one unit, right? Now, here are some of the pros, guys, of being a Crock-Pot coach. You become a pillar in the community. You're deeply respected, right? You know, when I always always bring this up, but it's just a perfect example. When I got noticed by ESPN and State Farm, I got noticed because I was doing community service work and sports leadership work with our kids in our program. You know, and the assistant coach of the elementary school, the assistant principal took notice at the elementary school, nominated me for an award with ESPN, and guess what? I won it. You know, that's an example. Great things happen when you become a pillar in the community, guys, even as a youth football coach, especially as a youth football coach. All right. And here's another pro. You create a true football factory, guys. When your reputation starts to spread, people are going to start saying, take your son to Coach Beast. Take your son, you know, to Coach G, to Coach Chris, you know, to Coach DJ. Take your son to that program because they develop your kids, and your kids are going to get playing time, and they're going to be better players for it. You got me? Former players, this is something that has happened to me, and one of the things that I'm probably most proud of. Your former players will return and help coach your program, and they will help to move, like push the legacy on. You will build a coaching tree, and you will get players now that can coach other age groups that these kids was with you, you know, 5-10 years ago. Now they're adults and they're coaching, and they're under your leadership. That's the beauty of it. One of the things I'm super proud of, you know, one of my players, which is also my nephew. Well, again, I was 20 when I coached. They was like 9 or 10. My first group was 9 to 10-year-olds that I coached for like 5 years before moving up to 12U. Once he became an adult, guess what? He became my assistant coach. Hell of an assistant coach. Had other kids like that too. And then I developed a junior coaching program where we get kids who, you know, kind of like lead my 12U squad, but they are not playing junior high football. They'll come back and I help mentor them in the area of coaching, those kids who may be interested in coaching and leadership. And those are the things that can happen when you got a Crock-Pot program. All right. And this is another thing about the programs. You have a system. You got me? Your program is a system. You're system oriented. You're process oriented. You're not just there to win games. You're not just there to win games. You're there to build systems and reputation and respect. You usually, as a Crock-Pot program, you're able to generate a lot of money, a lot of resources. You're able to get a lot of perks for your kids, spirit packs and multiple jerseys and all the cool stuff. But, you know, you're able to do more because people are invested in the program long term. All right. So the cons of the Crock-Pot coach is, you know, it takes years sometimes to see the full vision manifest, which is fine. But again, just understand that you're going to get a lot of people who are like microwave, and they want to see that instant success, and they may go to another program the next year. I've had players this is funny to think about. I've had players that leave my program when we was like maybe average, like I was year 2 on a new program. I built like 4 or 5 programs, by the way, guys. So like I may have just built the program. We in year 1, or let's say year 2, and we end the season maybe 5-5 or whatever, right? And the dad may take his kid, who's probably my quarterback or one of the running backs, take him to another team that may have won the championship, like a microwave team that won the championship. He'll take that kid over there. Then the next season, the microwave team either suck or the coach got kicked out of the league or something because of some immoral crap. And then he look at my squad and we're undefeated and we win the championship. I've had that happen a couple of times where a parent will pull their kid, their star kid, put them on the team that won the championship the previous year. Then that team struggles because it was a microwave or stovetop team. And then we're undefeated because we built it the Crock-Pot way or the oven bake way, right? So just know when you're an oven bake or Crock-Pot coach, that kind of stuff happens. Let me know in the comments too, guys. Has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened where a kid leaves your program to go to a program that may have won the previous year, and then you guys end up being better the next year, and their kid just tanks, and that parent won't even talk to you for real? That has happened to me because they're embarrassed. Again, another con, again, it just requires patience. You have to trust the process. So important, so valuable. You got to trust the process. All right. And this is the other con, and this is probably the most annoying con, guys. And we're going to get ready to go into our Q&A. So get your questions ready. I'm going to do Q&A for about 10, 15 minutes today. I know this segment has went kind of long, but I think it's really important for you guys to know where you are so you can know what you need to do before, the season go full blast. So this is the most annoying con. It's hard to ignore the noise and the criticism of a microwave coach or a microwave program and microwave parents, okay? Because I'm telling you, you get microwave people, they just want to win. They want their kids to start. They just want certain things to happen fast. And if you are a Crock-Pot or oven bake coach, you know those things are not going to happen very fast, right? So just understand that you're going to run into a lot of noise and frustration and critics at the beginning. You may have to let go of some coaches who want to win now, and they don't buy into your process, and they start criticizing you. You may have to just move off of them, right? You're going to run into parents like that, kids like that, but usually, in my experience, the kids not nearly as bad as the parents or the assistant coaches. Those are the two that's going to give you the biggest headaches. The kids, once they buy into you, they fall in love with you, you good. And usually, if the kid is giving you a hard time, it's probably from what they heard from their mama or their daddy or their grandma or somebody like that. Okay? And here's the last con that I want to give you guys. And this is from personal experience. When you are a Crock-Pot coach, you can deal with burnout. You can suffer from burnout, okay, guys? And, you got to be able to manage the ghost zone. The ghost zone, all right, guys? And that's kind of going to go into my next segment where I'm going to talk about the ghost zone, all right? The ghost zone is that time of the year, guys, where 90% of coaches are not going to be doing nothing after the season ends, right? So let's say the fall season come in August. Y'all play from August to October. Some of y'all November, right? And then after that season, from late November to about, I want to say late November to early June, that is called the ghost zone, all right? The ghost zone is where most coaches sit and do nothing. But guess who's doing something during the ghost zone time? Somebody let me know in the comments which of the 4 coaches I just named, right, is usually working during the ghost zone. We're actually in the ghost zone right now, by the way. Let me know in the comments, guys, which coach of the four, the microwave, stovetop, oven bake, or crock pot coach, which coach is usually working during the ghost zone? Coach Miller says crock pot, and he would not be wrong. Any other guesses? Coach Frank, crock pot. That's right. The crock pot coach is the one that's working year round because he's not just focused on the football season. He's focusing on his program. How can we be better? How can we let more people know about our program? How can we make more of a community impact? How can we develop our coaches better? How can I develop myself better? Like, it's a year-round thing if you are a crock pot coach and even an oven bake coach. Because really, an oven bake coach ain't nothing but the baby of a crock pot coach. Usually an oven bake coach is going to mature into a crock pot coach. Okay. Now, you may get microwave coaches who do a lot of stuff year round with different activities, but again, they're win oriented. Then the stovetop coach, he usually, when the season's up, he's not doing crap until the season come back. That's usually the stovetop coach. But the oven bake and the crock pot coach, those are the two guys where they're like right now, a lot of you guys are watching the show. A lot of guys are not watching this show right now. I mean, some I know don't know the podcast exists, but a lot of guys not thinking about football right now. I know it because I get coaches saying, well, why are you talking about youth football year round? You know, we're in baseball season. We're in softball season. We're in basketball season, whatever. Because I'm a crock pot coach. I live and breathe football 24/7, 365. I'm process oriented. I don't take off. I don't take off just because fall ball is over. I don't play to win games. I play to win the freaking community. I play to freaking win the kids. I play to freaking change lives. That's a 24/7, 365-day job. That's why I do what I do. Why do I talk about youth football year round with you guys? Because I want you guys to be the freaking standard. If I'm helping you improve your program, guess what we're doing? We're helping kids, man. We're helping change lives. I'm not just interested in you guys winning games. That's a part of it. That's almost like a given, right? That's like a given. Winning the games. I'm going to teach you how to win games and score points and all of that stuff. But I want you guys to change lives. And I understand my job. I understand my job on here as Coach Beast and on the web. It's not just about playbooks. Like haters to say, oh, you're selling playbooks. No. I'm selling hope, man. I'm selling transformation. I want you guys to help your kids be better people in our society. Because the last time I checked and I looked out the window, our society needs more discipline, more accountability, more character, right? And us as youth football coaches, we're on the front lines of that. That's why I do this, and I'm so freaking passionate about it to help you guys, because you, regardless of why you got into coaching, you made the decision that you wanted to coach, and you decided that you're going to watch this show and you're going to, learn as much as you can so you can be the best coach you can be, so you can be the best leader you can be, so you can build the best program you can be, so you can develop kids the best you can develop them, and you can be the freaking standard in your league, not just for freaking wins, but to freaking change lives, to transform lives. That's why we do what we do. That's what separates us from somebody who just want to win games and win plastic goddamn rings, right? We do this because we're trying to change and transform lives. There are certain kids who are born into difficult situations. and don't have a silver spoon in their mouth. I coached a lot of them. And usually, guess what? The coach is the biggest motivation and liked that they have. So it's important to be a quality coach, and I'm dedicated, guys, I swear, I'm dedicated to making sure each one of you guys be the standard in your league, man. If y'all rock with me, that's what I'm on. I stand on business with that, guys. Y'all got me. Man, y'all got me fired up, man. Y'all got me fired up. If y'all feel me and y'all haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button and give me a hell yeah in the comments as well. Hit that like button if y'all feel what I'm saying. Hit that like button for me, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. What we at on likes, Miss Beast? Again, guys, we hit 50 likes tonight. I'm giving away the Beast Wing T plus Gun T system. But we got to hit 50 likes, guys. Let's get it. Miss B says, yes, our world needs men, not cowards. Not cowards. Facts. Facts. Guys, we look. Our society messed up, man. Like me being a content creator, like I'm able to like really see the good, bad, and ugly of people, right? And I get a lot of hate for doing what I do, you know? There's a lot of jealousy and hate and animosity that goes on when you are, you know, doing this from fellow content creators and just people, you know, who are coaches too. And they see like what qualifies this guy to do what he do. Dude, if I never won this ESPN award, man, I did this for 15 years, man. I worked with kids for 20 before I even coached, man. I was the camp counselor, the summer counselor, and you know, I worked with special needs kids when I was 18, 19. Man, I worked with kids my whole freaking life. So it's not just like a thing I do. It's a calling for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a calling for me personally. So that's it, guys. So during the ghost zone, just understand this during the ghost zone, guys. This is the time where you put in the work, build your program, and this is where you become the standard. Because most guys are not going to start until June. And then by the time June come around, they're scrambling to get players. They're scrambling to get their stuff together. Don't let that be you. You conquer the day during this time period, during the ghost zone. All right? You conquer the period. I mean, you conquer this period right now. You win the off-season championship by what you do. Focus on your branding and marketing. Focus on your fundraising. Focus on your recruiting. Focus on your relationship building. By the time June get here, you already got 50 to 70% of your team. You got me? And you're already building culture. That's going to get you ahead. All right, guys? All right, guys. So with that being said, we're going to go into the Q&A segment, guys. We're going to go into Q&A. I'm looking at these likes, guys. Before I go into this Q&A, before we get into it, we're taking a time out. We're going to get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Let's do it now, guys. Let's do it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go into a 60-second timeout, right? And hit that like button, guys. Let's hit it. Let's go. If you're watching on TikTok, and I see a lot of likes over here on TikTok, appreciate you guys. If you are watching on TikTok, come on over to the YouTube side, right? And hit the like button. This is going to help us get to our number of 50. This is going to help us get to our number of 50 likes. We're at 29 likes on my end. That's with Facebook and YouTube combined, okay? So come on over, just look up Coach Beast. You will see us live on the show. And we'll be good to go. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit it. Let's go, guys. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let me try some. I'm gonna put some background music up, and we're gonna take a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. There we go. Come on, guys. We had 29 likes. Who haven't hit that like button yet? Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Also, guys, if you got questions, now is the time to put them in the comments. If you got questions, now is the time to put them in the comment section. And I'm going to answer a few questions. Let's go. We're still at 29. Again, if you watching from TikTok, come on over. If you watching from Facebook, I think you can come on over to YouTube and you can hit like and you can double up on your like. I believe it'll let you do that because it's a different platform. Come on, guys. Let's get it. We winners over here in Beast Nation. Let's go. Let's get it. Kingdom-minded citizen says, I just switched over from Facebook. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, if you're somebody else and you just came over from Facebook and TikTok, be sure, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Really important. All right. All right, guys. All right. Let's get to these questions here. I just seen a really good one. Let's see. Coach Wall says, how much time a week should you spend on individual O-line work? Okay, that's a phenomenal question. Love that question. So let me start and premise by saying that, you know, with my squad, yeah, I'm the head coach, but I'm also the offensive line coach. Okay. And literally every single practice, we work with the offensive line. Literally, I split my team up with my offensive line, defensive line. We call them rhinos, right? We call our offensive line, defensive line rhinos, or the big boys rhinos, okay? And then the skill guys go over, okay? So literally in a 2-hour practice that we have, I say we work on our blocking fundamentals for probably 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe even an hour, depending on what we're doing that day, okay? But we do that every practice. We focus on blocking. Another thing too, guys, is what's going to give you a major advantage with teaching blocking is to do summer workouts. Like start doing workouts with your kids in the summertime if you can, okay? Because this is going to help your kids get comfortable with blocking. And this is another thing. It's not just about how much time you put into blocking, like 50 minutes, 45 minutes, it's how many reps you're able to do when you are blocking, right? So if you guys haven't already, I got a free offensive blocking drill book in my playbook store. You can scan the QR code after the show or near the end of the show or go to my link in the bio. Get that because it has all the blocking drills I do with my kids. Very simple stuff, but we rep it out and we are elite blockers because we rep the hell out of blocking at practice to the point where they take pride in it. And I'm not just talking about the big boys. I'm talking about the skill guys as well. Take pride in blocking. And that's the big thing. It starts with mindset. Day one, literally day one, I tell my kids, you have to buy into blocking. Everybody got to buy into blocking. Skill guys, you got to buy into blocking because if you don't like blocking, you're not going to get a lot of carries, period. So my team day one fall in love with blocking from a mindset and philosophical standpoint. And then afterwards, we start repping it out. And by the time the season starts, you just see us blowing kids off the ball and winning the trench battle. So great question. Phenomenal question. All right, y'all bear with me. All right, Coach Miller says, what 5 drills do you recommend for DBs? Oh, interesting. 5. Okay. All right. So for us, number one drill come to mind as soon as I heard that is I love doing mirror drills with my DBs. Okay. They do a lot of mirror drills. They follow the wide receiver, then they engage. I like to teach my kids how to engage with mirror drills. Okay. We do a lot of like agility drills. We call them we do V drills, we do W drills, right? Where they have to follow the cone, right? Follow the cone, go back, go forward, go back, go forward with the cones. And on the last cone, we throw the football at them and they got to catch the football while they're basically simulating reading the eyes of the quarterback off of doing backpedaling, right? And then they got to react. They got to catch the ball, say bingo, and they got to go with it. Okay. We do that same type of drill, and this probably be number 3. We do the same type of drill, but they have to tackle, right? And so instead of reacting to the quarterback on the pass, they have to tackle the ball carrier on the reaction. Okay. Love that one. Absolutely love that one. Another variation of that one that we do is we'll do the W drill, or we'll even do box drill. Okay. And mind you, all of this is footwork, reading, and reacting. Okay. And our DBs work a lot with our linebackers too, because we like for them to be great run supporters and run stoppers, right? So, we'll do a drill where they have to read the quarterback to see if the quarterback's going to run or going to pass, and they got to react to that. A lot of pressure. And we actually expect them to fail. We expect them to fail, especially at the beginning of the season. By the time they get to probably week 2 or 3 of the season, now they're comfortable and they get it, right? Another thing we do is old school. Again, we got them where they backpedal. They're backpedaling. We swing the football to the left. We swing the football to the right. I push it forward. They backpedal and I throw it. And literally I'm throwing it 20, 25, 30 yards and they got to catch it. Bingo. And I have 3 kids in the line doing that. Like I have 3 lines and 3 kids are doing that at the same time. And I throw it to one of the kids, right? The kid who catch it going to say bingo. And the other kid's going to say bingo too. But the other 2 who didn't catch the ball, guess what they're going to do? They're going to lead block for the kid who intercepted the ball. And I'm the kind of guy, too, guys, I'm never like politically correct with drills. Like I make up names with drills. Like I call that drill like the bingo drill, the DB bingo drill. I'm that guy. I'm not really politically correct when I name drills and stuff like that. I'm really like original with that kind of stuff. All right. Coach Joy want to know, what's your favorite, most successful play, big gains, first downs, getters, touchdowns? Guys, believe it or not, my absolute favorite play to run in all of youth football is the simplest piece of crap you want to name. Well, it ain't a piece of crap, but it's the simplest play you'll ever see. The wedge. I love running the beast wedge play because it's literally unstoppable. If your kids can block, we will run the wedge all day and know we can get 5 to 10 yards at will, if not score. Like literally, I could, because we focus so much on blocking, I can run the wedge all game long. Wedge. And literally, they wouldn't be able to do nothing. So I love the wedge because it allows us to really dominate the trenches. Real simple. This is out of the Beast Offense 1.0. I actually got the wedge in a lot of different formations and variations, but the wedge is definitely that play that I would run if I need a first down. If it's 3rd and 6 and they think we're gonna run to the outside, we'll just wedge them. That's it. Coach Chris says, we don't have a true quarterback coach on the team. So I try and look things up. But do you really have any drills for a quarterback that you prefer? Yeah, man. Two things. And I'm not trying to promote, but I'm just letting you know the resource that's available. I got a drill book in the playbook store called Building Champions Off-Season Training Playbook. Okay. If you get that, I got a plethora of quarterback drills that you can utilize. Okay. That's a resource. And it also has the links you can click on that'll take you to training videos, right? That you and or your quarterback or whoever can learn the drills to run. Okay. So definitely make sure you get that after the show. I need to make sure it's live. I don't think I got it live. So wait to after the show, about 5 minutes after the show, coach, and I'll make sure it's live and you can get that, and any of you guys can get that. Drills that I work on with my quarterback. Now, my quarterback in my system usually go with my skills coach. So he goes with my running back coach. And usually my quarterback, I ask him to come to practice like 10, 15 minutes before practice or stay 10 to 15 minutes after. And I like to put in extra work with my quarterback. But basically what I love to do is cone drills with my quarterback. I need him to know how to like literally, I need him to be like a mini me, version of who I am. So I need him to know what defense is this you see. Okay, it's a 4-4. Okay. We got one safety high. What coverage are we in? They playing man on the outside. What are we doing? Okay. They in cover one. Okay. Now they got two high safeties, strong safety, free safety. Okay. If we're gonna pass the ball, what do we need to do? And I literally like throw those scenarios at them. I do a lot of running back stuff with my quarterback. So he's with my skills coach a lot. He do a lot of ball handling skills. He's with my center a lot. This is huge, guys. My center and quarterback, I like for them to be together a lot to build chemistry. Especially, you run in formations where, let's say you in the gun tee, where it's more of a shotgun base or air raid. Y'all gotta, they gotta have chemistry. They gotta know each other. Or if we're in the beast under center or the wing tee or diamond, whatever, they gotta have that chemistry, whether they under center or not. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. Great question, man. Y'all coming with some phenomenal questions. Let me make sure. TikTok fam, I see y'all too over here. The Iron Lung says sometimes football is the brightest part of their life. Facts. Fact. It was the brightest part of my life, guys. Like literally, man, like football gave me so much confidence. As a young kid, I was the baby in the family. I am the youngest of 7 kids, 4 boys. And I used to be over there fighting my brothers and stuff. And, our whole family are jokesters, but when you are a 9-10-year-old, man, you don't have no confidence built. And so you have to, fight for it. And football was something that gave me a lot of confidence and self-belief. And my coach, shout out to my coaches, Coach Prince and Banks, because they was like the first adult. I hate to say it like this, but they was like some of the first adults that wasn't my parents who believed in me. So that's why I've been in youth football so long, because I understand how transformative that is in a kid's life so young. I'm 38 years old, about to be 39. And at 9 years old, I remember the day when Coach Banks said, hey, let's make this kid a freaking kicker. He can freaking kick, and I was also playing defensive end on the youth football level. And, Coach Prince, man, hey, dude, you're a monster. Whitehead, you're a monster. And, I remember that like it was yesterday when the coach believed in me. When I wasn't good at tackling, and my coach didn't say, oh, well, he ain't going to start. No, he believed in me. So yeah, man. Cool. Y'all bear with me. Coach Miller got these questions. I love them. On the first day of pads, what is your practice like intensity wise? Our practices are intense. Our practices really are intense from summer workouts. really until our first game. I run my program kind of like military. We go circuit. So a lot of the things that we do with our pads, we were already doing them without our pads. But I put my kids through progressions. For example, when I teach my kids how to tackle, I'm not starting off with Oklahoma drills, right? I'm not starting off with, I think y'all call it the hamburger drill, you know, like they're not running full speed into each other, right? Like I'm teaching them how to hawk tackle. We do hawk tackling. So, eyes to the thigh, near shoulder, near thigh, wrap, wrap roll them or wrap drive, whichever y'all prefer. I know some of y'all hate roll them because y'all don't think a kid get hurt. Respect. We go wrap roll them. For you guys, it may be near shoulder, near thigh, wrap, drive. We go through that progression from summer workouts until the end of the season. And we do that progression without pads for 4 6 weeks. Then when we get in pads, we do the same thing. And then we start progressing the tackling to angle tackling and 3-on-3s and 4-on-4s and 2-on-2s, that kind of stuff. So our practices are intense throughout. That's where you're going to hear me yell the most. During the games, that's where I'm most quiet because now our boys are performing. Now I will get on their ass if I see somebody, taking off or, act like they're trying to make a tackle and they don't. They just stop because they're scared. I get them for that, but I get them for mindset stuff, right? I don't necessarily get them for physical stuff, if that makes sense. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna get a few more questions, guys, and trying to see what TikTok had a lot of questions on the front end, but I don't see them on the back end. Coach Mason, you say you have a question. Go ahead, man, with your question. Go and shoot, man. I'm gonna come to it. All right. Amber says best offense for 12U with speed backs. You cannot go wrong. Well, let me know how many speed backs, but I'll tell you this right off the bat. You can't go wrong with the Beast 2.0 offense. Literally a beast, no pun intended. The Beast 2.0 is excellent for speed backs. You can't go wrong with the gun tee. The gun tee offense is amazing for speed backs. That's a part of the wing tee plus gun tee system. Highly recommend that. The Beast offense, wide set. You can find that in the Beast 1.0 offense. Phenomenal. I use speed backs in the Beast 1.0, 2.0. Just freaking amazing. And also, the Maryland I formation has been phenomenal for us through the years with speed backs. Now, what I love about the Maryland I formation is that you can put a power back there, or you can put like some fullback type of kids to block for your speed back. You know what I'm saying? So, can't go wrong with those. So Beast 1.0, Beast 2.0, what I say, Maryland I formation, cannot go wrong with that. Great question. Thank you for it. Guys, we stuck at 35 likes, man. 35 likes. We about to get ready to end the show soon, so we better hit this in the next probably 5 minutes. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, hit it because, again, we hit 50 likes on the show tonight. I'm giving away a free copy of the Beast Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system. All right, guys. See if I can pull it up. Let's see. I'm giving away a free copy of this system. All right, guys. The Beast Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system. Again, one thing that I updated this year, and this is also speaking to you guys. I get a lot of emails from you guys say, well, I got your bundle from last year, but what about this year? Can I just get, the instructions for this? I did a complete revamped, man. Like, it's not the same system. It's not the same bundle. Okay. With this bundle, guys, totally upgraded. I got total instructions for you. If you don't know the numbering system, none of that, I got it in there for you. I got the plays here, but guess what? I got play-by-play instructions. Play-by-play instructions. So if you looking at this, you're like, man, what the hell going on? Know what I'm looking at? What do I do right here? Guess what? I got the instructions right here on the next page. You know what every kid is doing in every single position. Okay. Same thing here. And also, even if you're like, man, what play is that? I don't know what this is. I got the definition of what the play is as well. Okay. Same thing. Beast T 28 book sweep. What the hell? What did the right guard and left guard doing? Well, guess what? If you don't know what the hell going on, go to the next page. And I got instructions. So each playbook in the new bundle got play-by-play instructions. It's just next level, guys. Absolutely next level. It doesn't matter what your coaching level is. I don't care if you never coached football before in your life. I've been doing it as long as I have. This is going to be super easy and fast to install with your kids. Okay, guys? You look at this, you're like, man, what the wheel pass, man? How many yards the wide receiver going to go on the post? It's in there, The post, I think I got a 5-yard post clearing out. It tells you exactly what to freaking do, okay? And then, guys, you got the gun tee over here, right? Same thing with the gun tee. That's why I was talking about. You can use your speed, guys. A lot of misdirections. You can go with jet sweeps, fake the jet sweep, get ISO with the QB. It's so many things that, man, I got set up where it's just going to give you a major advantage with your squad to be successful. Again, guys, this is the playbook that I'm giving away if we hit 50 likes tonight. So, of course, if we don't hit 50 likes tonight, you can always scan the QR code on the screen and you can get the playbook. Or you can go to my link in the description if you're on YouTube, and you can get it. And if you're watching on TikTok or Facebook, you can, even though Facebook, y'all can see the QR code, you can also just go to my link in the bio on my page on Facebook and TikTok, and it'll take you to the store as well. All right. Diana says, quick question. I have coached for many years. When I took over a JV program at high school, I decided to change my coaching ways. If I have 50 young men on the team, I address each one of them differently. What is your opinion on that? Okay. Great question. So I'm the same way. Okay. Each player on my team is different personality-wise and background-wise. Like, usually my teams are like very diverse guys. So each kid is different. I got some kids who are just straight alphas, and I have to be harder on them and let them know I'm the alpha, right? Then I got other kids, if I be alpha on them, they're going to just crumble up and be depressed for weeks because nobody ever yelled at them before, right? I got certain kids who love anime. I got certain kids who don't. I got certain kids who are nerds, straight A students. I got other kids who are struggling. So I make it a priority to not only, of course, know every kid name, but understand their strengths, their weaknesses, their struggles, their family background. Super important to get buy-in and respect, okay? But when it comes down to what I do at practice with my team, I hold every kid accountable relative to their position, right? So that's why, like with me and my coaches, when we got kids, we do a lot of evaluations and analytics on the front end of the year. And from there, we're able to really build that relationship and that bridge with our kids to have that buy-in that, that's so important. But that's my biggest piece of advice with you guys. Build a personal relationship with each one of your kids. Some of my kids, guys, I would like call their mama and I say, hey, I'm finna go to lunch. Can I take Justin and Jonathan to lunch with me today? Sure. Or I have a relationship built so well. And this is another thing, and this is going to help you with dealing with parents. I make it a duty to build relationships with my parents as well. Like, I want to get to know my parents on a personal level as well, because sometimes if you understand who they are and they understand you and they know, like, and trust you, like, it kind of helps you deal with a lot of drama that they may bring. Because sometimes parents will bring, whatever drama they dealing with at the house, they'll bring it to the football field. And I can tell you from experience, I never forget this. I had some parents years ago who was having problems in their marriage, and also problems with the kids. And the kid came to practice, and the kid was kind of bleeding behind his ear, and the dad was bleeding around like his head area, and the mom was crying, right? And go to find out that the mom and dad was in an argument, and the football player on my team, he got upset and attacked his dad while they was driving. And the dad pulled over and they got into it before the practice. And kid you not, that player became one of the best players on our team that year, because I knew that this is why this kid is always quiet. This is why this kid always seems like he out of it. He's dealing with crap at the house. When I understood the narrative and what the hell was going on, right? Like, it kind of just changed everything. And that kid ended up being, was he the MVP that year? I think he ended up being the MVP that year. This is like, man, almost 10 years ago now. Shout out to that kid. Shout out to that family. So yeah, know the kid, but get to know the parents and the family as well. All right. All right, guys, we coming on down. I got 39 likes, guys, on this end. 39 likes. So can we get 11 more likes before the show ends in about 5 minutes? 11 more likes. Coach Hector says, at the youth level, do you prefer under center or gun? Great question, Coach. To answer your question, man, I personally prefer under center. That's just me. Maybe I'm a little old school. But I do prefer under center, even though we run both under center and in gun. And literally, with my squad, we do it probably 60-40. And probably 60% under center, 40% in gun. Okay. Also, it depends on the skill level of your center and your quarterback and what you got talent wise. Because I mean, if you got a team with a really good center, you can be 8U, 7U going gun all day, every day. So sometimes the age isn't the issue, it's the skill level. Phenomenal question. Coach Tyler says, I want that 4-4 Reaper, man. That 4-4 Reaper is nasty. And for you guys who don't know, man, I packaged the 4-4 Reaper, the 4-2-5 Ring of Fire defense, and the 6-2 Savage defense together in the ultimate flex defensive package, right? So you can that's my system. That's my personal system of how I run my defense. I flex my defense from the 4-4 to the 6-2 to the 4-2-5, depending on the type of team we play. Right. So we'll start off in the 4-4 defense in the base set. And then I will flex that defense in the 4-2-5 if a team is like a spread team, a true spread team. We'll go 4-2-5 to be able to play every area of the field. But guess what? We'll still send, 6 kids. We'll just mix our blitz pressures up and still eat. Or if we're going against a team that loves to run the ball and that's all they do is run, or they got a weak offensive line, if they're a Stovetop or microwave team, right? We'll load up the box in the 6-2, flex it down to the 6-2, and eat that way. So, again, that's called the Ultimate Flex defensive system. It's in the Playbook store as well. All right, let's see. And guys, I believe too, if you're watching on Facebook, I know this to be true. If you keyword like flex, the word flex, FLEX, you would get an auto DM from me with the link, okay, to the playbook store. Y'all probably seen it in the comments where y'all see me saying sent you a DM, coach. That's my auto responder. So if you put flex or any other keywords like Reaper, that's another keyword. I will DM you automatically the link. Coach Keel says, do you have a Twitter? I sure do. I sure do. You should be able to find me at Coach Beast or Coach Beast Football. I'm trying to get back on there, man, like active. Like for some reason, my brain cannot understand how X works or Twitter works, but I'm forcing myself to learn it because I actually got coaches who follow me on Twitter. I just need to post more on there. All right. Coach Nolan, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Coach Frank says, "What's your best defense?" I was running at 4.25 and ended up running a 4.4 last year. Man, great question, phenomenal question. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I've been running the 4.4 Reaper defense since I first started coaching 15 years ago. Even before that, I was running the 4.4 defense as an athlete. So for me personally, the 4.4 Reaper defense is my favorite defense. But I do run multiples on defense. So I run the 4.25 and the 6.2 as well. But I run the 4.4 Reaper defense as my base defense. With 90% of you guys, y'all in leagues where teams run the ball 80, 85% of the time, if not higher. That's 90% of you guys. And for that sake, I would say run the 4.4 Reaper defense. If you're in a league where they run the ball 90 to 100% of the time, run the 6.2 defense. If you're in a league where they like to pass the ball and pro style and all of that, 4.25 Ring of Fire defense is phenomenal for that. I get a lot of guys who, in the bigger cities say, well, we pass the ball, 50-50, 40-60. Okay, well, we just flex to the 4.25, if you are true spread. But even with a lot of the true spread teams, they're still going to run the ball 80, 85% of the time. They just want to spread you out and play you in space. That's all that is. They just want to play you in space. All right. Outlier says, have you ever coached two age groups in one season? I floated the idea this year to my organization because I'm coming in to head coach and be the football director last year. Teams were 2-6 and 3-8. Any advice? Okay, so great question. So I haven't head coached two teams at one time, but I've been over a program with 4 teams. Okay, I've been the president, athletic director of a program with 4 teams. Okay, so it kind of sounds like this what you want to do, but you want to also coach these 2 teams. I wouldn't recommend that. And I'm going to tell you why. You want to be able, when you got like multiple teams, you want to be able to be an oven bake coach or a crock-pot coach at the very least. Because if you go in and try to coach both of them teams, you're going to be like a stovetop coach. You're going to be stretched thin, you're going to be stressed out, and you're going to be pissed off. Your teams was 2-6 and 3-8, right? What you want to do is focus on the process of developing both of those individual teams into legit, well-cooked teams, right? Now, you remember, I don't know how long you've been on the show, but I use the analogy of, when you're a microwave coach, you get the hot pocket, you put the hot pocket in, and you think it's done because it's hot on the outside, and you bite into it, and it's still frozen in the middle. If you try to coach both of those teams like that, it's going to be a team that look hot on the outside, but in the middle is trash, absolute trash. You don't want to do that. What you want to do, coach, is you need to get people in that you know, like, and trust. They don't have to have a lot of experience, but they got to be dedicated to the process. You get these coaches in, you may have to train these coaches according to the system and what you want. Okay. And once you train them, and when I say train them, I ain't saying micromanage them. That's the last thing you want to do. That's how you run good people away, right? You want to train them, let them know what's your system in terms of you want them to be on time. You know what I'm saying? You want them to have this communication code, all of this. Let those guys coach. You be the guy to put out the fires and address the big problems. Let the coaches develop, put them under your coaching tree. The team was 2-6 last year, and another one was 3-8. If that team flips and end up being 4-4, that's better than 2-6, right? If the other team ends up being, I don't know, 7-4, 6-5, that's better than 3-8, right? Be an oven bake coach or crock-pot coach. Trust the process. You're going to learn a lot. The people you put in place is going to learn a lot. All right? That's how you do that. Great question. And of course, and this is for all of y'all, if anybody want to bring me in to do a coach's clinic or train your staff, I am available to do that. All you have to do is email me at beastoutyou@gmail.com. beastoutyou@gmail.com. It's something that I don't talk a lot about, that I'm going to start talking more about. If y'all want me to come in, train your coaching staff, train you, mentor you, I do that both virtually, or I can come to you. Okay. Coach Kia, appreciate you, man. Coming from TikTok, man, dropping that like, man. Appreciate you, brother. You're awesome. All right, we got 41 likes. 41 likes. So I'm going to answer one more question. And after I'm done with this, if we don't hit the 50 likes, we're not giving away the wing tee. All right, guys. So this is your 2-minute warning, so to speak. We had 41 likes on my end. Let's get to 50. We close again like we were last show. I think last show was like 8 likes short. Right now we're 9 likes short. Come on, guys. I know that there's 9 people who haven't hit the like button, whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. Again, TikTok people, it's a few of y'all on here. Come on over to Facebook. Come on over to YouTube and hit that like button. I don't count the ones on TikTok. You have to come on over to YouTube and hit the like button. Shout out to you, Coach Crawford. He says the Beast 4-4 is the best. I've been running it for a while. I wouldn't disagree with you, brother. It's been amazing for me. 9 more likes. Meek says, I've been added to a coach staff and I'm nervous. Hey, man, that's normal. It's normal to be nervous. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Listen more than you talk. Learn, and you'll be all right. Coach Keel says, I just had my first high school interview and went, I don't know, let's see, had a football only interview and I'm being brought back. That's good, man. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. So if you coming back, that means they like you. That's awesome. Big congrats. Brian says, we had 20 kids play on our 5th grade team. 17 have never played before. Okay. We went 5-2, won the championship in the playoffs. It's about the process and them learning the game, and results will follow. Facts. Congratulations to you and your squad too, brother. Yeah, I mean, when I first coached, my first year coaching, we only had 13 kids, but literally 3 of those kids, I think, had football experience. My quarterback, one of my running backs, and his brother, which ended up being a slot receiver and an outside linebacker for us. And other than that, everybody else was new, never played football before. But we ended the season 6-2 and lost the championship 13-6 against a Stacked team, and they were good too. We just ran out of gas, man. We had 43 likes. 43 likes. Let's go. I'm gonna see if I got any questions over here on TikTok. And thank y'all for patiently waiting over here on TikTok, man. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's see, Piso. I hope I said that right, man. But he want to know, do you think someone without collegiate playing experience can become a top level football coach? Absolutely. 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 As a matter of fact, there are coaches who didn't have collegiate experience who ended up being phenomenal coaches. Y'all let me know in the comments some of these coaches like that, man. I'm having a brain fart right now. But I think the coach who just got fired, I know this sound bad, but the coach who just got fired with the Miami Dolphins, I think he didn't have any collegiate experience. I don't even think he had high school experience, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's a few who didn't have, college experience. I mean, even like at the high school level, it's a lot of guys who, didn't have elite playing experience. To be honest, and this is just my opinion, I have to look up the stats and do my own research on this. But a lot of guys, I made a video on this years ago. A lot of guys who were average at best at playing football end up being grade A coaches. Like a lot of average guys become phenomenal football coaches. The great Nick Saban always talk about it. He always talk about how, he was a quarterback in high school, and then he ended up playing, I think it was safety, corner or safety in college. But he was like, I was average at best. I was mediocre. And look what Nick Saban ended up being as a coach, the GOAT, the best to do it on the college level. Yeah, man, it's a lot of coaches who, and as a matter of fact, I know a lot of guys who are all-star, all-state running backs and just athletes, and they suck as coaches. And that's the thing. Like some guys, were great athletes, but they suck at coaching because it requires two completely different skill sets, right? Two completely different skill sets. You got to know how to teach and lead as a coach. You running a 4.40 as a football player and then turn into a coach, that don't mean you'll be a good coach. That just means you're a coach that can run a 4.40. All right, last question, guys. Last question. Well, I got two questions. So Coach Nolan want to know, Coach, what if you have a difficult staff that doesn't see eye to eye? Okay, so great question. Another thing is I want to encourage you or anybody who's going to run into this situation, go to my playlist on YouTube and look at all my episodes, right? And I got one that says how to avoid a nightmare season. I go in depth on this, okay? If you got a coaching staff that you don't see eye to eye, what that means is you're out of alignment with them, okay? Usually y'all got different coaching philosophies. Y'all got different visions for the team. That's a problem. You need coaches that respect your leadership style and your coaching philosophy. They don't have to agree with everything you do, but they have to respect it and be in line with it. If they don't, what's going to happen is y'all going to always run into friction, and then y'all going to fall out with each other. Y'all going to lose respect for each other. You don't want that to happen, okay? So what I tend to do is I like to select my coaches early if I don't have any coming back, early as possible, and I want them to know what my standards are. And they have to sign a coaches agreement that they agree with my standards, my rules, and all of that. Okay? If they don't, they know I'm going to let them go because it's in number one, I'm going to say it in the meeting to them. But number two, when they fill out that code of conduct, that's a part of it. So you got to communicate with your guys, making sure y'all on the same page. Usually, if you're not in alignment with the guy on the front end, that tells you, okay, you could talk to that guy before the season really, gets to rolling, before y'all play games, and just, hey, man, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work for us, man. I respect you. I appreciate you. But I just, I think it's going to be best for us to part ways. And you just have to be real and do that. I've let a lot of coaches go throughout the years. And it's never comfortable, of course, because you're letting somebody go, but it's necessary. Sometimes it's not comfortable, but it's necessary. That's a bar, right? Because if you guys not in alignment and y'all keep having friction, that, disagreement turns into dislike, and that dislike turns into disrespect, and that disrespect turns into discord. And now you got drama. Now you got problems. You got me? And then at the end of the season, if you had a coaching staff that gave you hell and problems, I let them go. It just ain't going to work. I have a meeting where, I do a misalignment meeting or an alignment meeting throughout the season, but at the end I do like an exit meeting, and I let them know, hey man, had fun this season, man. Can I see you back next year? Oh yeah, coach. Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna follow up with you in February. Or if I know they ain't coming back, I'm gonna say, hey man, enjoyed you, man, this season, man. You have a good one, And then if they ask you like, hey, so what you doing next year? Man, I'll let you know. And many a times I'd say I'll let you know. Then February come around when I get my coaches, I let them know and say, hey, we filled our roster. We moved on. Sorry, appreciate your contributions the previous year. That's what I do. You got to boss it, guys. You got to boss it. Y'all got me? Y'all got to boss your programs. You got to be the CEO. Got to stand on business. All right, we still at 42 likes. 42 likes. Man, that's the same number we was at last time, Miss Beast. We was like 8 likes short. All right, last one. Okay, Miss B says 43 likes. Okay, cool. 45? Oh, Miss B said we had 45. We had 45. Let's go. All right. All right, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick restroom break. And then I'm just going to give y'all, I'm trying my best to give y'all time. 5 more likes, right? 5 more likes. I'm going to take a restroom break. And then from there, I'm going to come back, answer this last question from Coach Frank. We have 47 likes. Let's go. And I'll be back. Hopefully I hear good news when I come back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Appreciate y'all. So I got some good news. Got some great news. We are officially at 50. Congratulations, guys. We actually at 52. As I see here, I think Miss B says 53 now, right, Miss B? 52. We are at 52. Okay, so hold on. I gotta. What'd you say, Miss B? 54. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. We are giving away a copy of the Wing T plus Gun T system tonight. Let's go. Congratulations, guys. Y'all are awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, let me answer this last question and we'll get to the giveaway and we'll get up out of here. All right, guys. So Coach Frank says, do you teach all your defensive playbooks in one season? There's a lot of plays. Great question. So no, well, yes, I teach all of my defensive formations. I don't teach all of the plays per se, right? As a matter of fact, this what's cool about my system, Coach. With the 4-4 Reaper defense, all of the plays kind of align with each other. So, for example, the Alabama blitz in the 4-4 Reaper, you can call the same thing in the 6-2, and it's virtually just about the same play. It's just a different look. The same thing with the 4-2-5. It's a little different because, you know, you got your money, which is basically your outside linebacker in the 4-4 Reaper, right? He's off the ball a little bit more, and your money may blitz while your backside safety may not, right? So, but the plays are the same. You can still run Alabama concepts out of any. We just flex them. I still call Alabama blitz, Cali blitz, ball blitz, Thor blitz, and my kids understand it because I'm teaching them the same concept. We just flex the system. Really, the kids that's going to need to know more are really like the linebackers and the secondary a little bit, because, you know, with some of our looks, we may do cover 3, and from the cover 3, our cornerbacks know they're going to play cover 3 coverage. They're going to play a third of the field, right? The linebackers, especially the outside linebackers, they are the ones that really need to know a lot of what's going on, because they're going to be doing a lot of like twists and stunts and mixing the pressures up. So yeah, it is a lot of plays. It is a lot of plays. And the biggest thing, guys, when, you know, I got the 22 playbook bundle for you guys. That's my 15 years in one bundle, right? The entire system. If y'all got that, guys, it's over 700, 800 plays in there. I lost count. It's 800, 700, 800 plays. I don't know no more. It's a lot of plays, right? What I always tell you guys to do is get the system, right? Get the system, find out what type of team you have, and you can do whatever you want with your team, but you teach them how to block, how to tackle, how to execute fundamentally. Because some of you guys may have a speed-based team, and the Beast 2.0 may be better. Some of y'all got power-based team and big boys on the line. I run the Beast all day, right? Some of y'all got 4 guys who need to touch the ball. I run the diamond or the T formation or the Maryland I. Some of you guys got kids who can catch the ball, great in space, straight athletes, good pocket quarterback. Then I'll go with the air raid offense or the Beast RPO offense. That's why I say, like, I get the questions every day. What's the best offense for 10U? What's the best offense for 8U, 6U? It's not a best one. It's what's the best offense for you and your squad, right? I can't tell you the Beast offense is the best offense for 12U, and you don't have, well, the Beast offense is pretty good for a lot of age groups. But let me use another example. I wouldn't tell you to run the air raid for 12 you. I say, well, the air raid is the best offense for 12 you, and you got kids who can't catch a freaking cold. That wouldn't make sense, right? Nor I wouldn't tell you to run the diamond formation and you only got one kid who can run the ball. No, I tell you to run the beast offense. Go single wing or run the traditional single wing offense. Or if you got more of a balanced team, I would say go wing T. You got some speed and some power, wing T. Go double wing. We got the beast double wing. Go double wing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. The beast is probably the beast and the single wing are the two offenses I would say it's great just about for any skill level or age group, regardless of where you are. If you teach blocking and tackling, you can run that and win a lot of games. No doubt. All right, guys. If y'all ready for this playbook giveaway, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah. Let's get them up. If you are watching on TikTok and you want to be a part of this giveaway, now is the time for you to come over to YouTube, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel, because here's the thing. I'm only giving it away to the screen here on YouTube/Facebook. Okay? I'm only giving it away there. So I appreciate you guys. But I need you over here on the YouTube side. Hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss it. So here are the rules of engagement, guys, with the giveaway. This is how I do it. So I'm going to ask you a question based off of something I went over on the show. Okay? I'm going to ask you a question based off of something I went over on the show. Those who get it correct, I'm going to pick one person from those who got it correct. If you got it incorrect, tough titty. I'm sorry. Better luck next time. All right. Now, if we hit 60 likes, I give away another copy. Ooh. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to say that one more time. If we hit 60 likes, I give away a second copy. Y'all got me? All right. So here's the question. Miss B said, whoa, 60 likes, another free playbook. Absolutely. If we hit 60 likes, I give away another one. Because that's what we do over here. We love giving things away over here in Beast Nation. All right, guys. Here we go. Here's the question. So during the show, I talked about the Stovetop coach. And I said the Stovetop coach liked using his best blank to blank players to win games. Blank to blank players. That's a number, okay? The Stovetop coach liked using his best blank to blank players to win games. What number is that? And I need the accurate number, not just one number. I need the accurate number. What we got? Pressure. Let's get some music going. Let me see. I'm learning how to use this music, y'all. Well, I thought I did. Now it's not playing. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I'm looking for accuracy, guys. Looking for accuracy. $20 more seconds, guys. Appreciate y'all too, guys. Appreciate you. If you haven't hit the like button, subscribe to the channel yet, do it for me. Also, let your friends, fellow coaches know about this podcast. This podcast is designed for youth football coaches. This is going to be the best show in the land, guys. So our time for the show is every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Coach Marv, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, the question was, Coach, with the Stovetop coach, he depends on his best blank and blank players to win games. So number. 10 more seconds, guys. Miss Beast, where we at on likes? $55 likes. Okay, 55 likes, man. Appreciate y'all for the likes too, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Love you guys for that. All right. So here's the answer. So with the Stovetop coach, guys, he usually depends on his top 1 to 3 players to win the game for him. Okay, depending on what he got with talent. Some teams only got 1 good player and they lean in on that kid. Most teams got 2 players, he lean in on that kid, and some got 3, he lean in on them 3, right? And then he go from there. So the correct answer is 1 to 3. Okay. If you got that correct, congratulations. Congratulations. Now it's time for me to choose who's the winner. All right, guys. So let's see here. And just so everybody know, I don't pick the first person who put the correct answer. You know, sometimes that's just what happens, but I truly go on intuition. I just go straight on intuition. So I'm very unbiased when I'm picking the winner. All right. So with that being said, the winner of the wing tee plus gun tee system is I'm doing that silence on purpose. Is Coach Keel. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. You are the winner of the Beast Wing Tee plus Gun Tee system. What's so funny? Number one, guys, y'all make sure y'all congratulate Coach in the comments. Congratulate Coach in the comments, man, because we all about, you know, support and respect and brotherhood over here. But what's so funny is this is the first giveaway of the year. Guys, I usually give away a playbook. I like to give a playbook away each show if we hit our goal, right? So if we, you know, like, for example, if our goal is 50 likes on the show, if we hit it, I'll give away a playbook. And then guess what? If we hit like, let's say the goal 50 and then we get to 60, I give away another one. If we get to 70, I give away another one. I remember one time, guys, we went well over 100. I had to give away like 7 or 8 playbooks. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing it. I love it. Y'all heard me earlier. It's about these kids, man. It's about these kids. So, Coach G, what's up, brother? What's up, my guy? Hope you're doing good. So, a few things. So, Coach, I put my email. This is my email. So, what I need you to do, Coach, so you can retrieve your playbook, email me. Here, just let me know who you are and let me know what you want, and I will get to you within 24 hours and get that playbook over to you, okay? So just email me tonight or tomorrow, and I'll make sure you get your playbook, okay? Good deal. So here's another big announcement, and I'm just kind of getting ahead of it right here, is that, guys, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I don't have the date set or anything, but I invite you guys to join me. And I'd love to know who would be willing to join me on this, what I'm about to do. So I'm about to do an initiative called Walk for Kids. Walk for Kids. Okay. Literally, I'm going to walk probably 500 miles for the kids in youth sports, not just youth football, but all the youth sports. Okay. And I'm doing this because I really want to bring awareness in youth sports that it's about the kids. That's the thing. That's what it's all about for me. I want to bring awareness that what we do as coaches, parents, we see all these fights. Y'all probably seen my reaction videos. I do a lot more reaction videos now. We see all these fights and brawls. I feel like in order to make youth football great again, we got to bring the focus back on the kids. Take it off of us as adults, put it back on the kids. So with this initiative, Miss Beast and I, we already said we're going to walk for the kids this year. We're going to walk 500 miles for the kids. I don't know if we're going to do it all at once or just do it in chunks or do it like a daily challenge. But I love to know who would be interested in joining us on that initiative, right? Like, I just give me a hell yeah in the comments if you would be interested in joining me on that initiative. And if you are interested in that, you can just email me. I'm gonna put my email again. Just email me because I may make another group. By the way, guys, I got a Facebook group for coaches. I think we up to 1,300, no, 4,300, something like that. But neither here nor there. I think I'm gonna add you guys to a group where y'all can stay connected on my plans with this. But like I said, I know it's going to be called Walk for Kids, very simple, but I want to bring awareness in youth sports that this is about the kids. What we do as coaches, as leaders, as volunteers is all for the kids. And that's something that's been on my heart, been on Miss B's heart. And it's a way for you to do something bigger than yourself, to bring awareness. And it's also gonna, this is my hope too, it brings awareness that, man, this coach walked 500 miles for kids in my city. That won't do nothing but help you get the attention of people who care and quality people into your program. That's what it's about. Shout out to you, coach. Yes, sir. So again, guys, no pressure if y'all want to do that. I give y'all more information about that as it becomes available. Also, guys, encourage you, if you're interested in any of the playbooks, guys, that I talked about today. Again, just now is the time you can scan that QR code, go to the playbook store, pick your playbook. Guys, I got playbooks that are like 37 bucks. Air Raid 2.0, been selling like hotcakes. One of the it's really more than that. Like it really should be, way more than that. But it's $37. I got a lot of playbooks, $37. You can get the 4-4 Reaper for 47 bucks. What's that? Chick-fil-A? I think I spent 47 bucks on Chick-fil-A or Popeyes or something. Like, get yourself a playbook. And more than anything, like I told you guys earlier, I strongly recommend, if you can afford it, get the whole system. You get the whole system that's going to serve you guys for years and years and years to come. 700, 800 plays, 22 playbooks to choose from, customize it, do what you want to do. Like, that's the big one. That's the Beast Unleashed Championship system. It's the first thing you see if you go to the store. Again, just scan the QR code, or you can go to my description area, check out, click on your link of choice, check it out. And also, if you're watching on TikTok, I see you guys over there. You can just go to my link in the bio, and y'all will be good to go. As a matter of fact, I think if you put Reaper in the comments, it'll take you to the 4-4 Reaper. If you put Flex, it'll take you to the whole defensive system. If you put 88 in the comments, it'll take you to the blocking drill book. And you would get like my automatic DMs. This is if you're on Facebook. Excuse me. I'm sorry. If you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, just scan the QR code or go to my description. All right, guys. So that's it, man. I love you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all are just so awesome. Coach James says, I love your playbook. It took us all the way to the Super Bowl. Only 7 points were given up. Man, hell yeah, man. Congratulations, Coach. Congrats. I love hearing your testimonials, guys. Love hearing your testimonials. Man, I'm telling you, like that, your testimonials is like throwing wood to my fire. It just enhances me and make me want to do even more, because I get just hundreds of testimonials from you guys. I appreciate you. And Coach Miller, Reaper, I see you put Reaper. You're on YouTube. So, Coach, after you get off the show, just go to my description, and that'll take you to the Playbook store, guys. All right. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. Appreciate you so much. We'll be back at it. Guys. Next Wednesday, 7 p.m. My mind's flying now, guys. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, that's next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Miss Beats, where we on lights? Okay. Yeah, Coach, we didn't hit 60. Coach Miller, we didn't hit 60. If we hit 60, I was going to give away a second one. So no one won a second one because we didn't hit 60. But that's it, guys, man. Look, y'all be blessed, man. Y'all have a phenomenal week. I will see y'all next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. Until next time, be stout. Peace. Love you guys.